Good day, everyone. The coronavirus pandemic continues. Now, I've noticed a lot of people, friends on Facebook that says they're out of work. Don't know if it's directly related to the COVID-19, but I also see a lot of people expressing how desperate people are getting in their environments in their countries, such as South Africa, and now here recently in Panama, in Vulcan where we stay. They are now opening up a donation envelope at the water purification center where you can go and you can put down a weekly pledge to support families that is losing their jobs or where factories have closed down with this quarantine time because they're sitting without food, they're sitting without income. And this is hundreds of people, and this leads to thousands of people being affected in this tiny, small community that I live in. I mean, it's only about 14,000 people in this small town I live in. Now, you can imagine just a few shops closing down, which is the heart of this town, affects everyone. And within this, they are expecting it to last 3 months, that they need this donation from individuals who still have income and who can still support other people who's losing their income. Now, you can imagine what it should be like, and if you are not already one of those people who just lost your job because of a quarantine, you lost your lifeline in this capitalistic system that has never worked for anyone, and it's now being revealed. I would like to say it is exposing the polarity that the system always have existed as, where you will see some people can go into feeling happy at their home, they can cheerfully enjoy their children, and where they can be with their children for once because they still have income, they still have a bank full of money. Where the other polarity is families breaking apart, losing their income, where they cannot feed their children. And it's happening in the millions right now across the world, to millions of people. That is going into the other polarity. Now, within this splitting of polarities happening right now, you will see more people falling into poverty, more people going into desperation. Now, with desperate times, we make desperate decisions. We can start riots, we can start stealing, we can start robbing, we can even start killing. Now, within that, the governments can propose any solution that they find fitting, like being a savior, the second coming of Christ. Here is a savior, here is a solution. And desperate people will say yes, as long as the solution is feeding their children. Wouldn't anyone do that? They might propose microchip. They might propose certain quarantine times forever with a universal basic income, with a microchip. And they can sell this idea to us quite conveniently. Now, remember, in these desperate times that they are manifesting through extending quarantine time and through imposing certain rules and regulations and criminalizing people, fining people, sending to jail, sending people away, which is now happening around the world, they can really create a very desperate environment. Within this, we have to also consider that when governments and the elite, as you look at Bill Gates, and if you look at Amazon, if you look at Google and all the elite that is currently the global corporations running this world, they can come up with solutions that benefit them, not necessarily the people. It might look like it's going to benefit the people, but as long as the solution isn't coming from one man, one vote, where it's a true democracy in action as a solution, as a way forward, we might be agreeing to solutions that is not best for all, but actually our own enslavement. And this works in their favor because they want desperate people, they want fearful people so that they can give their solutions. And then yes, it might be a solution from your child starving to death, but in the long run, what can it cause? Now, they can also start saying that if you, for example, accept a certain universal basic income or living income guarantee or whatever you want to call it from the government, as the government proposes it in a desperate time, that you need to do certain things for the government, such as participate in the army or go to the police and start reinforcing the governments and their agendas and the elite's agendas, which can be war, propaganda, money, power and control. So within all of this, we have to be very careful when we get desperate. Yes, anyone would like to agree to not let their child starve to death, but at what cost are we going to do this? So for this, I suggest that we as people, we who still have money, support others as much as we can in the times that is here, so we don't have to become sellouts, so that we can become voices instead for a reasonable, best for all solution forward, where we can question solutions being given to us, where we can actually participate in democracy within the solutions given forward to us and not just let it be imposed onto us. Yes, a universal basic income will be amazing. Yes, a microchip can be amazing. All these things can be amazing, but it is about checking the terms and conditions and making sure that we agree to those terms and conditions, to make sure that it actually includes life and not just a system. And this is why we need to support each other in these times with food, water, shelter, whatever we can give to people that we can see in our direct environment in need of help and how we can help them. And this is my video for today. 6 minutes. I know people on all my YouTube videos can only handle about 4 minutes, so I've already extended the time. Thank you very much, and I hope that this supports and this gives some insight and input in how to move forward and what to look at and what I can see is transpiring to a degree with just looking at my direct environment and what can possibly be outflows from that. So stay stable, keep breathing, be ready. Cheers.